Hey, welcome to Spearfishing Down Under. We have Jess and Tack with us. Jess, this is the first time joining us in Spearfishing Down Under. Tack, you've been with us before.
Yep.
These guys, they have their own YouTube channel. Tack?
Yeah, Sailing for Power. We've been on the boat for 5 years now, traveling, spearing, and got our own channel, Sailing for Power, P-O-P-A-O, check it out.
Now, these guys, before sailing around Australia, actually all over the world.
Central America, lived in Samoa for a year, Tonga for a year.
Yeah.
That's where we picked up the rice stuff in Central America. For the big
Shot some amazing fish doing that as well.
Big yellowfin.
Did you shoot big yellowfin than him?
No, he can have that one. I'll take the doggy.
Just the doggy bigger than him. Yes.
The one that counts, as Tommy says.
The one that counts. Now, we went diving together locally just a few weeks ago, and we had really incredible conditions.
Oh,
amazing.
Phenomenal.
Jones is going to point them out to you. Right, further south. Oh, wow.
Like 30 metres viz, 35 metres viz, and just glass, and the fish were dumb.
And no current, which is like...
And no current, basically all day.
Yeah.
And it's not often we get crystal clear water like that here locally.
Haven't had a dive like that for a while.
Yeah, the kick-off was actually just jumping in the shallows. We had a plan. We wanted to shoot you a snapper.
And kept talking it up.
At the start of the day, we jumped in to see crystal clear water and mega schools of snapper.
Yeah, I didn't actually believe it. I just thought they were surgeon fish, and you're like, no, they're snapper, look at the bump, and there's that real big one down there that you can see with a big bump on its head.
That one big fish, that one big one.
There's a couple of big ones.
Yeah, the one with that big knob on its head.
So just swim right over the top of it.
That's what we're trying to do, and if we can't get on top of them like this, we'll just settle down at that sand edge. Big school of snapper. Get above them.
Oh.
Then you got to do a direct dive and shoot them on the way down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, trying to shoot a snapper in 15 metres of water in 30 metres viz with zero surgeons and zero anything else to hide under is nigh on impossible.
Yeah, you need a Tim McDonald breath hold for that one.
And I didn't even shoot one either. Tack was in the boat. We were yelling snapper, snapper, snapper.
That was torture.
Yeah, it was torture. You probably could have chucked the anchor as soon as we had no courage. But yes, we left you in the boat for ages. Now, we swam around looking for snapper and no snapper to be shot. Unfortunately, saw 10,000, shot 0.
I noticed a really nice yellowtail kingfish swimming with a school of barracuda. I hadn't seen many snapper, so I thought I'd shoot the yellowtail kingfish and burley it and see if I could get some snapper to come in. No snapper came in on the gills and guts from the yellowtail kingfish, so I chucked it into the boat to the boys.
Someone got the kingy. He swam past me with that big whaler following, hey?
And we decided that we're actually going to make a move when the snapper had got a bit scarce, and we headed out to shoot some dolphin fish. Now, Jonesy was also with us, and Jonesy loves shooting his dolphin fish. He shot one pretty much straight away when you guys first got in the water.
Yeah, he was in first, shot first.
Yeah, by the time I was in, he was already fighting one. It was he landed on top of one, I think.
Yep. Now, you also shot a couple of really nice little dolphin fish.
Yeah.
You like shooting dolphin fish?
Love them. Yeah, that's probably one of my dream fish is a big 20-kilo dolly. I've just been chasing it for a long time.
Get in line.
Yeah, get in line. No, but that's always been something that, I've been chasing for years and years. And so we've gone to a lot of fads very early in the morning chasing them. And as soon as I jumped in, there was that nice little dolly, and seeing that Jonesy was on, I thought it's just a matter of time before Mark pulls the trigger. So I jumped down, took a shot and got the first one in. And then I think I did a really bad shot on that. For me, they've been really hard to land. They sort of snake around and come off your spear really easily.
Tail shot, chip shot.
And then that's when Michael went down and put a second shot in for me.
It's always hard doing those second shots on dollies because they're just twisting and you're like this near the surface.
So painful.
They got it done. The lovebirds and the dodos.
I haven't got the fish. I have a fish.
Give me a spear.
Oh.
Hold your fish up.
Little dolly?
Lovely. Oh, he's got a knob on his head.
Yeah,
Is that a little male?
little cute one.
Yeah, wow.
He's the biggest in the lot I saw. Sorry. I hopefully got all the... What the hell? A lot of head there.
Got that one. Head up and there was a little bit more current out there, obviously, and head up and did another drift. I think I was boating most of the time. I don't mind shooting dolphin fish, but when you're telling me they're all small. And I think you shot second one.
Yeah, got a second one
Yeah.
on the second drift, and then they sort of cleared out after that.
They did.
But yeah, it was good. Thanks,
Funny
Tico.
that.
Everyone else got out of the water and a sandbar shark.
Yeah, you were pulling the dolly in from the boat, I think, the last one, and it was just fighting for ages. And this big sandbar just come out of nowhere, just on the surface, checking everything out. Big sandbar or something here. Yeah,
Not something I've seen a lot
Not something
on
you
the
see very
fads.
often at the fad, which is cool.
Yeah, totally cool. But we decided we had enough of looking at little dolphin fish, and here in Queensland they pulled out most of the fads, which I think a few weeks earlier we went looking.
Yeah, we went.
And some of them weren't there, and I found out after that they'd actually pulled out a bunch of the fads. So we headed back in and dove some of the reef. I think you and I jumped in and we drifted on a patch of reef that I really enjoy diving on. It, funky fish, like different fish. First dive, I shot a really nice gold spot wrasse, fish around that 3 kilo mark, big male, beautiful fish they are. Next dive, I actually landed on a really nice coronation trout. I love shooting coros. Unfortunately, they're really beautiful, and the only fish I actually feel guilty shooting, I don't know why. When you pull them in your hands and look at them, they taste good, but they actually make me feel, the only time I feel a little tiny bit of guilt. I actually did 2 dives on a really nice coro, and he just kept hanging and hanging, didn't quite get a shot. Trying to shoot coros in crystal clear water is a tough one. I actually found this day, I don't know why, fish kept swimming away from me. I actually also dove on a really big tusky at the end of the drift. And I actually thought I was going to shoot him, but he's like, nah, no, you're not going to, and completely swum off. Now, we went up for another drift and you and I hopped in and we're drifting together. And we saw something that's really odd for here in this local area.
Yeah. So I know that dock pretty well, but I was super confused. I thought that bonito's got a doggy spot on it. And then sure enough, I hear you yelling doggy, and like took me a while for my brain to catch. I was like, that is a doggy. And then I dived and I could just hear you on the surface, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And when I got down to it, it was like this big. I was like, just cannot shoot a little puppy like that.
You've shot big doggies.
Yeah, I've shot a couple, yeah.
And last year, you shot one 55 kilos.
Yeah. So
this 500 grammer.
Pretty hard to pull the trigger on that.
Now, I will shoot it because it's just here locally and they taste yummy.
Yeah, I did. I got regret straight away. I was like, oh, the sashimi. It's so good.
Could have just rolled the whole thing in nori paper.
You could have just, we didn't have to fillet the thing. But you let it swim away. I actually thought you weren't going to shoot it because you just was swimming away. So I dove down. I thought, I'm going to shoot something else to make it come back.
I can't. It's tiny.
And I hit the bottom, scratching on the bottom. The doggy just kept on swimming, so I shot a little grassy. And I pulled it up and I'm like, okay, if it comes in, you're just like, I ain't shooting that thing.
I was like, why did you shoot that? How is he going to shoot the doggy? He's got a fish on.
It was like an extra flasher.
No, yeah, I would have shot it if it came back, maybe.
Where's the doggy? Jeez, that doggy's a long way from home.
Don't be that doggy.
It's tiny. He's tiny.
That's the doggy.
No, you can't. He's just got a little eggshell on still.
That doggy will spear in the face if he comes back. I shot this just to see if he's going to come back.
I just was so unprepared. I did like 2 takes and I was like, is that a mackerel? I was like, oh, it's a freaking doggy. Doggito. A puppy. Oh, like the size of a bonito. Well, that's what he said, but it just looks so small. Like,
Delicious.
I didn't know what.
It's not going to fucking grow big down here.
I didn't know if that the size of it or what.
It was getting towards the end of the drift, so we jumped in and we headed up and we dove another area that recently I've found just a little bit of country, and I've seen big Venus on it. I've seen tuskies, Maori cod, a whole bunch of stuff like that. So we jumped in and the current had nearly completely died, crystal clear. And you and I jumped in and from the surface, we could see like big Venus, we could see big Maori cod. And you actually dove on a really nice Venus.
Yeah, I saw something on the surface, like it was so clear, you know, about how deep's that spot, like 25, 26? You could just see every grain of sand. and I just saw this shape on the bottom. I was like, it looks like a good fish. I'm not too sure what it is because it was really white looking. So I came down and I saw it and I was like, oh, it's
a black spot.
It's a black spot.
You thought black spot?
Yeah, because it was so big for a
this
Venus.
Is true. From the surface, I'm telling her, he's about to shoot a massive Venus. True, hey? I was actually
you
telling
were
you from
talking
the
me through it.
surface.
I think I've
see
only ever
everything.
shot one other Venus before that. So yeah, to me, I was like, oh, it's pretty big for a Venus. So I thought, oh, it's a tusky. I shot it and I came up and Tim was losing it. And then I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a huge Venus.
What did it end up going? Like
5.3, yeah.
5.3. Really good Venus.
Oh, beautiful fish, like the dots and the color. And yeah, we actually cooked it up.
Unbelievable. Saw it from the surface. It's like, what's that? I'll go check it out. And it's just there. I thought it was a tusky. It's so big.
It's massive.
Beautiful.
Really nice. Oh,
Look at that.
and they're delicious.
Yeah, we had it last night.
We
Look at
ate it
that
last
catch and
night.
cook at the end of this.
Yeah,
They've catch and cooked this thing.
yeah.
No, not very well. It was a half-ass, like, yeah, cool.
Hey,
I like this.
all
ain't
of my
happening.
catch and cooks are half-asses.
Yeah.
Did you me goring it?
No,
Oh,
it's
you-
better than
you didn't
Tim's
proper-
catch and cook, that's for sure. It wouldn't be hard.
More gourmet.
You didn't.
Way more gourmet. Cooking up that Venus that we shot the other day, quite a few days ago now, but just have a look at how good that meat is. It's like pre-cut sashimi slices with the fat in between them. Look at it. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Does it look good?
Oh yeah, that's that piece I was talking about. Look at it. Oh, with the fat in the middle. My goodness.
So we get that, you pull it up, it's an absolute cracker, and throw it in the boat. Then our eyes were on, let's shoot one of these big maricods, because there was actually a heap of them there.
Yeah. Incredible spot, just like sandy, nice ledge, and from the surface you can just see all those big maricods swimming around.
Yeah.
And yeah, I made a dive and some were darting in and out of the cave and one just came out and I just plugged it.
Nailed it.
It was like 4
Yeah, he was
kilos,
a good one.
4-ish.
Yeah, real good one.
And then you followed it
I
up
think
and,
followed him straight away.
yeah, and got another one as well.
Yeah.
There's a few like that there, eh?
What you got there?
Oh, beautiful maricod. There's so many on the bottom there, just sitting top of the rock.
How many?
8.
Wow.
Here's probably one of the standouts.
Jeez, it's so clear. It's
Really-
blowing
You
it
can see the
all.
ripples in the sand at like
Wow.
25 metres.
Give us a look. Closer. Show me the sides. Nice. Well, I've just got Michael's fishing. I haven't even got Jonesy and Tim's already on. I take that back. No, he's not. Oh no, he is. Wow. Jeez, that's even bigger than Michael's. Nice one. Yeah. Yeah. Bigger than yours, I think.
Have fun in this.
Oh. He's getting sloppy in his old age.
That's why I didn't want to get spotted here.
So we'll shoot that, and then I actually saw a big black spot tusky swim underneath us, and I dove, And the same thing that happened about 5 other times earlier that day, big black spot just swam away. And I come up to you and I'm like, oh, just saw a big black spot.
Is that a huge Venus?
Big bass, big tusky.
Really?
Like, big one.
Really?
You know, hopefully it comes back. Imagine
you said it'd be awesome if you can get a photo with the tusky and the
black
and the
spot
Venus,
together.
the Venus and
I think as I was saying that thing just swum straight back under us. I'm like, dive tack. And it wasn't too smart when you dove.
Well, I dove and I couldn't see it when I left the surface. I knew, he said, when Tim says dive, I'll just dive and then I'll figure it out on the way down. And I spotted it just sitting there on the distance and it was standing on its tail. And it just kept alternating, like looking at me like this, and I was like, it's too clear, he's gonna spook, I'm calming down, he's gonna spook. And he just kept just doing this, looking, I thought, oh, that'll do, and I shot. Smashed him.
Yes! Cheers, Jimbo.
Obviously, he was getting cleaner assed. He had to. It just looked like a cleaner ass situation.
Just looking into my eyes
and maybe it was that. Maybe you're better looking than me.
I think they were like, it's not Tim, we're fine. This guy probably sucks.
Yeah, this guy probably, smashed me.
Yeah, so I got the 5.3 Venus and the 10 kilo tusky photo, which was what we wanted.
That's got to make the best photo. I said yes. He just shot.
Yes. I was like, what?
No, I said yes. He shot a big bass.
Big what?
Big bass. That's got to make the best photo. Oh, he's a real good fish, eh? That's a proper over tenner. Oh, look at his mouth.
Just seen him standing up on the bottom, just like looking up at me on his tail.
Yep.
He kept doing the turn like this.
That's so cool.
I was like, oh, he's gonna bolt. I was like, I get closer.
He's a good tusky too.
Cheers, Simpo.
Oh my gosh, that thing's huge. I gotta get a photo. Wow. What happened?
Oh, we saw it on the river. Swam away and we went to go help Jones get his fish out. And then, he came back around and was like, oh, there he is over there. I dived down, he's just sitting on the bottom. And he's like looking at me like this. And then I just got closer and I was like, oh, let's look at that gamble before he bolts off, and then just plugged him. Look at him.
It is massive. Huge tusky.
Beautiful.
Tim just goes, yes! But it sounded like, yes! And I was like, oh, something bad's really happened.
It scared the crap out of me. I thought a big shark was...
Well, that's what I thought something happened to you. I freaked out. And then I got over and he goes, what happened? He goes, you got a big bass. And I was like, what's a bass? That's massive. Show me like straight on, like the width of it. She's thick. Wow.
From there, you were in the boat and you had a bit to eat.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, we're just going to go to deep spots. And so you had something to eat, but then I'm like, oh, we're going to dive this shallow spot. Jump in here. See how that goes for you, Jess. How did that work out?
It was more like, girl, what are you doing? I said, I'm just eating. You're going to deeper spots, aren't you? And you're like, nah, you're in now. And I was like, oh, instant regret.
Raining schnitzel.
You were having a big spew.
Yeah.
Cleaned the guts out, got yourself sorted, and we moved on to some other really cool spots. We pulled up a spot that looked incredibly fishy. Once you're feeling a bit better in your tummy, me and Jones hopped in together, and I remember hopping in, surgeons, and straight away I was seeing big snapper, and I knew this is the moment. It just looked so good for big snapper. Jones dove straight under me, and I filmed him from the surface, come down, and he just lined up on this nice snapper. It was funny dive because he's done one of these like invert, and the footage is funny just to watch him, and spins around, that snapper just stays there, and he crushes himself a really nice snapper.
That's awesome. Boy, when you do that, don't kick on the surface. Let me push you under. You would have shot the other one if you didn't kick.
With their Jones. Ooh, snap fizzle. Nice, mate. Good shot, too. Nice one, Jones. Beautiful fish.
And from there, I'm like, that's it, Jess, get in.
Yeah.
This is snapper time. This is happening at snapper o'clock. Then you're in, Jess. That's it. I'm like, we're getting you
Yeah.
a snapper.
Yeah.
I would love to say it was jump in, boom, and it happened. That's not exactly how it
definitely
happened.
Not. I didn't have my eyes for snapper yet. So you're like, there's a huge one. I'm like, I can't see it. There's surgeons, there's
Yeah.
snapper. It's all just mixed in and.
Big snapper right under us.
I can see it.
Wait till you get above him. Wait till you get above him. Just, you don't kick.
Well, I need to kick though,
I'm
because I'm
pushing
just
you.
floating back up.
Yeah, you need to kick once you get under.
Yeah.
Not on the surface.
Right.
I did a fair bit of coaching and swim together.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy this. I enjoy like someone else shooting a really cool fish, and you know, if you do a lot of diving and you shoot a lot of fish, you learn to actually celebrate everybody else's fish, and it sort of adds a whole new
Absolutely.
dimension of that.
Yeah.
We wanted to get you this snapper. I remember when we first got in, I'm like, look, snapper, and you're like, I can't even see it.
Couldn't see it.
Now,
Yeah.
one stage, one swam under us, and I literally was like, oh, that's so close, just shoot it from the surface. And I remember saying to you, look, it's right under us. And you're like, I didn't even see it at all.
That snapper swam from there, straight down underneath you, like 5 minutes under.
didn't see
And I
it
followed
the
it with a
whole
spear tip. That, you see me
I didn't see
pointing?
it the whole time.
Mate, it swam from out there and it swam underneath us.
You're kidding.
I would have breathed out and just went down, and I would have had my foot just about sticking out of the water and would have pulled the trigger.
What?
I followed it with a spear tip. Did you see
I
me
could see a
pointing?
trevally.
No, in front of the trevally, I followed it with my spear tip the whole way. I'll point you on the foot, squeeze you on the foot when they're there,
Yeah.
and then double squeeze, like dive, and I'll be pointing at them.
So the next one came around, and then I think it was still a little bit
Yeah.
away, and I was a bit more confident now to trust my instincts as well as listen to you. But maybe
And you
not.
dove on the next one, and you come down, and it just was sitting on the edge of your range.
Yeah.
You got that flopper sticking up, which
You
it
hate
drives me
them.
nuts on the double flopper, and you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, missed that one.
Yeah. I
And
think.
I could tell in your eyes you were like, I've just blown it.
Yeah, I was like, that's it. I've spooked them. They're gone. They're not coming back. I was like, it's game over.
That was perfect. Exactly, you did exactly right.
Yeah, okay.
You waited, you did great. That was awesome.
We swam together for like 20 minutes, and the current was just starting to trickle a little bit, and I was pushing into the current,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there's just got to be another one. There's just got to be another one. Then finally, another snapper come on. I pointed it to you, and
Well, you'd given me double wrap at this stage,
Yeah.
so you just extended the reel line because you
Yeah.
reckon that was where I missed it the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you squeezed my leg, I dived down, and I just did like a really slow and steady mid-water stalk to 30 meters. No.
you're in 30 meters of water, girl. Shoot my first snapper in 30 meters, crushed it.
So just did a little slow and steady mid-water stalk down, and just leveled out and shot that snapper. Instantly, I was worried. I was like, gut shot. It's just hanging in there, and then the gun wrapped up, so I was like trying to untangle that, and I could just hear you screaming. I was like, I better not lose. He's gonna kill me. So yeah, got it up and got it in the hands, and yeah, it's good.
And it's good.
Yeah.
First snapper.
Stoked. Yeah, awesome.
First
Thanks,
snapper.
Timbo.
No, it was
Got
awesome.
to work out swimming me into the current that day.
They did. That's part of it. Hey, when
Yeah.
you're all diving together with friends and seeing friends shoot first of species, shooting
Yeah.
fish together was really, really cool.
She shot a snapper. Yes, girl.
Thanks, Timbo.
That's so cool.
I was getting so doubtful there. I was like,
No,
oh,
girl.
poor Tim, he's been kicking me for so long.
No way, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's your first snapper?
Heck yeah.
That's so cool.
And then I got muzzle wrapped, and I'm like,
Oh,
double wrap.
who cares, who cares? Double wrap is what you needed.
Yeah, nice.
Woo! Thanks, Tim.
That's so cool.
That was awesome. What do you got there, Jess?
Yes! Woo! Finally got my first snapper. Thanks to Tim. 5 out of 5 guide services.
That's a good fish.
He swam me into the current for so long and we just weren't seeing them, and I was like, oh, I had 2 good opportunities. Stuffed them both up, my fault. And then we were just like swimming for ages, and I was like, oh, I've ruined my opportunity here. And Tim's just kicking. And then I missed one, took a long shot. Tim reckons the spear pulled short, so he did double wrap.
Right.
And then I shot it, and it was a gut shot, so I was like, I'm gonna just pay it out.
It was actually a good
and let
shot.
it loose, but then
Actually, alright.
muzzle wrapped, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose the fish. And I was like, Josie, stick it, shoot it. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh. Show it to me.
And Tim loaded my gun. Thanks, Tim. I shouldn't say that, so very happy with that.
Great job, girl.
Thanks, Tim.
Here, photos.
So we got that snapper, and Tack had been boating for about an hour
2 hours.
while we were swimming together trying to get that thing. Tack jumps in the water, and the current had switched, and the snapper had
Everything
disappeared.
kind
And
of shut down a bit.
Jess had shot 350 times.
Might have something to do with it.
But you did a dive and come back to the service. Tack, tell us what happened, because usually it's like shark attack.
Yeah, well, we were pretty lucky with the sharks this day, but I came up from the dive and I was on the surface, and it's still crystal clear, like could see every grain of sand in 30 meters of water.
Yeah.
And I looked down and I was like, loggerhead doing? Big loggerhead turtle. And it just looked up and it just locked on. And then it did like one big push towards me, and it was just coming up like Superman, just like I was like, whoa, he's coming in pretty hot. I just swung the gun just to get ready, and he came up, and like I literally jammed the rife in his mouth, and he's spun the gun around. I put the butt into his shell, and he's pushing me through the water.
Crazy.
Stomp, trying to big head like this, just trying to go.
You're in the boat. You thought he's getting tagged by
I
a shark.
thought he was getting done by a shark because he was getting lifted out of the water, but all I could hear was him screaming like a little girl going, so I was like, is it
couldn't
a
believe
shark
it.
or what? What is happening?
It bit my gun butt off. Yeah. Am I recording?
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, that's the third time that's happened to me, but that was
Yeah,
by far the
it was
worst.
yeah.
And anyway, he kept coming.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's the green wetsuit.
Unfortunately, it looked like a male. That's
I think it was a green wetsuit. But I jammed the gun like in his mouth because he was going to bite me, and then he chomped down on the gun butt, the rubber gun butt, and he just went ruff, and just poof, spat it out just like this,
Yeah.
and then took off.
I could hear you squealing. I thought, I wonder what he shot over there.
Yeah.
And then you come over in the boat, and I come over and he's like, a turtle just attacking Tacker.
Coming back. Oi! He bit my gun butt off. He's coming for you. Did you see that? He fully attacked me. He bit my gun butt off the gun. It was pushing me backwards through the water. It was pushing me backwards through the water like a white. I just jammed the gun in his mouth and
And he went for you guys after, but he must have like, nah.
Yeah, he's like,
Didn't look as good.
No.
don't like that business. That bloke's too ugly or something going on there.
Not enough hair.
3 times it's happened, but yeah.
Now, we did another move. It was obviously getting late and just about our time. And you love the let's stay out all day thing so that you can get home at midnight.
Oh, yeah, keep going.
Tim's begging us to go in after lunch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just all the time, I hate diving till late. But we decided let's keep chasing snapper. We made a move to another spot and there was a mongrel shark that was just right on the surface giving us a hard time. Now, I know it was like following you.
Yeah.
You'd like look back, and I was like, no, I know I need to swim this way for the snapper. Tell us what happened when you were looking, trying to push away the shark.
So yeah, that shark came up and was bailing us, and it was on the surface, so head on a swivel, and then it took off after a few minutes, and then I still have my head on the swivel, and then that's when I saw this huge snapper,
Big
like
snapper.
big bump, big like jaw, and I just did like a 180, did a duck dive, and came down to it, and I think that's when I realised that my reel was locked off, and I was just worried about it falling short from that first snapper, so I quickly slammed it off, and then I think I realised it was on the right way, so I slammed it back, and just that stuffing around with the reel, it was enough to take my focus off the fish.
Massive snapper. Massive.
And that happens.
Yeah.
Like that's for me. As soon as I see that fish, like people think, oh, he dived the bottom, lay on the bottom. You don't always. Like in that situation, little just slow, easy dive, and you're ready. If you were totally focused on that fish, you would have shot him.
Yeah,
He was just saying, shoot me.
Oh,
It was massive.
It was just
Yeah.
sitting there, and shallow. That was on top of the reef. That wasn't even
No.
at the front edge.
Yeah.
It was in 6 meters of water or something.
Tack and I had kept swimming. and
We were
you-
trying to get
yeah.
to the front edge. It
Yeah.
was pumping.
Current was pumping by then.
Yeah. I think then as we kicked away a bit further forward, we found the surgeons and you dove and you're very nice to a little snapper. Late in the afternoon, you did well not shooting him.
Yeah, well, I've seen all the other fish that had come in, and I was holding out for greatness and ended up with nothing.
And it happens a lot with snapper. That's one of the big things. At that moment, it's like, do I shoot a 2 kilo snapper when I could be shooting a 6
Yeah,
kilo?
well, I don't want to shoot the 2 kilo and then the 8 kilos that are hanging wide spook, It's just like, I'd get more joy out of holding off for that bigger fish than to shoot a smaller one.
You let him go, let him
And
swim
then
away.
just shoot another fish bigger than mine again. I can't have that.
You can't have that.
So,
you can't.
So
She
I'd rather
nearly
have
did.
nothing than her shoot, than have a smaller one.
We got to the end of the day and we just basically dove till dark and then we got run home.
Oh yeah.
I noticed the footage of you in the boat going, we're back at midnight again. And that happens a lot when you're diving with me. Thanks guys for coming to join us today.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
Talking through what was a really cool session, shooting a big Venus and a big black spot.
Yep.
Awesome. Shooting your first snapper.
Yeah, that was
Awesome. Couple of
awesome.
dolphin
Yeah.
fish.
Yep.
And we had a great day. Shooting some really cool fish and diving together. For all those that are new to the channel, as I said before, these guys run their own channel. Make sure you go and check out Sailing Popow, P-O-P-O-W.
P-A-P-A-W, P-O-P-A-O.
Yes, check out their channel, that'd be incredible. Also, if you're chasing some of the Rife gear, we all use Rife gear and obviously we love the Rife gear. You can grab it online or in store at Adreno. Don't forget Tim's Spear if you want to get 10% discount. Heading into Christmas, jump in, grab some of our incredible Rife gear. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching and sharing. Thank you for liking, subscribing. We appreciate you. We encourage you, get in the water, go shoot some fish. We're gonna go shoot some fish the next couple of weeks. So I hope before Christmas, that would be great. Make sure you jump in and do it as well.